All right, how we doing today? Give me 1 second here. I don't know what this world is coming to, but I think we live in part of this was scripture in Timothy. I think it was. Let me see here. The first Timothy was saying that basically we're going to be living at a time around the brink of the end times, right? Where there's going to be hardy or very arrogant people that feel as though that pride people, and also that or feel it as though that somebody owes them something. One of the things that disturbs me is, okay, uh, and I have family members like this, okay, 35, 40-year-old people that feel like they're entitled to something, but they ain't worked for nothing, okay? Now, if you work for it, you put into it, and then, you do get some entitlements based off that or perks, okay? I'm not knocking you. All I'm saying is the ones that ain't done nothing, or the ones that are probably getting something as a gift, feel as though, but you know what, no matter how much they get, they're always going to want more. You remember that song? I think it's a rock and roll song. Somebody tell me that song. I want it all, and I want it now. They play that on one of the commercials there. Maybe I see during on football or something like that. Okay, but let's talk about 50 Cent's son. I think they called him 10 Cent back in the day when he was when he was younger. Okay, and I really don't care. Okay, because it kind of remind me of my oldest son. All right, that I had to cut his ass off at a certain point. I think I cut his ass off at 23. Okay. Now he's doing much better. He's did a couple of years in the reserve. He's a long haul truck driver. I'm very, very proud of him, though. He's doing fairly well. Okay, saving his money to where he can maybe get his own truck, or that type of thing. Maybe can build a house now. Okay, but back then. But anyway, this dude. When I said this dude, 50 Cent's son, is getting $6,700 a month. This cat is 25 years old. $6,700 a month, 81 a year, and this dude's complaining and talking about that it's not enough. Okay, now I do know that there was a little bit of, or from what I understand, maybe his dad wasn't in his life at times. For whatever reason, what he's doing didn't come to his graduation and all that. All right, and I don't know if this is some residual of that. Okay, father-son relationships. But damn, sooner or later, you have to get on your own feet. Okay, your own 2 feet. Why is $81,000 a year for a 25-year-old man not enough? Okay, but it does seem like the more you do for people, the less that they do appreciate it. Okay, no matter what my feelings are about, 50 Cent, you really can't, at the same time, you really can't knock him what he's doing. He's got endorsements, and he's doing TV shows and all that, all right, which I'm not really keen of. I think I stopped watching Power at season 3, I believe, all right, because it just got wild, okay? There was some structure in it, but I've heard about the TV shows or whatever he's done now, okay? Those TV shows are just a bunch of drama. But anyway, I think the man was being very generous to his son. And how much money did this cat need? You would think that, being that 50 Cent is his father, okay? And I don't know if 50 Cent had maybe taught him a craft, but, he figured that he'd ask, be like, Dad, I need a job, okay? Maybe he's taking the money because if he helps get him a job, then that money's out. That's what I'm thinking. But you would think that, again, that maybe his father, if he asked him real nice, could give him some advice. And I'm pretty sure if he asked for it, it's not going to be like, no, I'm not going to do it. Okay, there's something that's God-given that he has, that he could take it and monetize it, okay? Or maybe he did tell him, all right, and there's enough information out here, we're in the information age, okay, that he has enough to where he can figure it out himself, all right? So a lot of your opportunities or answers sometimes are right in front of you, but in America's many of them, okay, not all, but many in a predicament like 50 Cent's son, whatever that dude's name, okay? Uh, 10 Cent, I really don't care, all right? Feel as though that the world owes them not everything, and what has he done to attain that, okay? So, all right, but let me leave you on one thing, because it's usually most laws or some laws in some states, okay, really technically his father has no obligation, and I know what I'm telling you, okay, because I'm gonna use Pennsylvania for an example, because my dad is from Philly. I know y'all saw me up there a couple of times, especially y'all gang stalkers. Mr. President, I know you saw me up there, but I'm gonna use that for an example. All right, the child support can still be paid up to 23 if the child goes to college, okay? Because my uncle had paid my cousin, okay, for her college up until 23 years old. I think it's the same like in the military, any branch, that's if there's a dependent, all right, of a person, or a service member, or if he is retired, okay, and that applies also that way too, okay. Particularly if that service member is still in the military, okay, that as long as they're going to college, they can get child support up to 23. So what is this man up to 25 years old? Why is he complaining? I'm not taking care of no 25-year-old old grown ass, okay? So this is what my brother tried to do here a few years ago, but I told him he can kick rocks. And if he loves me, he can understand that, okay? The world doesn't owe anybody nothing, particularly like here in America. No one, I think that America, that there's opportunities still here, but no one is going to give anything to you. All right, that's enough, okay? Let me know what you think about this video, all right? Would you do the same thing, all right? Would you be that generous? Or would you cut his ass off at a certain point? I know I would.